Hi everybody, I'm Vicki and welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight I'm here to share with you a video on Chaffles. I know I've been promising that for a little while. You see my bento boxes and breakfast sandwiches and it always says Chaffles and everybody's been asking, what are Chaffles? Well, Chaffles are what I use as bread, and they can be made in a lot of different ways. But basically, they're made from cheese and eggs, and they're what I use on the top and bottom of sandwiches. And I'm going to do a quick series. It's going to be 4 videos. So if you see this one, look for the next one. We're going to start off with a chocolate chaffle. I know, that sounds fun. That sounds good, doesn't it? It really is good. And we're going to learn how to make ice cream sandwiches with it. So we're still doing sandwiches. It's just a dessert sandwich. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the mini waffle iron on. Okay, this is the one thing I'm using that doesn't have anything to do with Pampered Chef. You know, everything I use is Pampered Chef, and you can always find a link for it in my description or on my Facebook page. So the mini waffle iron is not Pampered Chef, but I do use them for my Chaffles. I have 3 different ones. They're kind of a solid on one side and a waffle on the other side. That makes for a good sandwich. And I have 3 different ones. So we're heating up one right now. We're going to begin with 2 ounces of cream cheese and 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. Now, Chaffles, like I said, are usually cheese. Most of the time, it's like mozzarella cheese and a heavier cheese. But the chocolate chaffle, no, chocolate chaffle starts with cream cheese. So we're going to go ahead and mix things up. Don't you love our stackable measuring cups? They're so easy. I don't have to go looking for one or trying to, and they're great for dry ingredients. So that is a 1/4 cup of sunflower seed flour. And then I use a tablespoon of coconut flour. Alright, I'm going to add the dry ingredients first. I'm going to do about between an eighth and a 1/4 cup of salt. Salt is a flavor enhancer and it makes the chocolate richer tasting. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of allulose, dry, a tablespoon, actually, tablespoon and a half of monk fruit, and then we're going to add this with the wet ingredients. We're going to add a tablespoon and a half of dark unsweetened cocoa. Now let's just mix those around. Remember, I've got the cream cheese and the butter in here. Let's go ahead and add 1 egg. And then 1 tablespoon of liquid allulose. And the reason I use liquid allulose on the chocolate, don't normally use it on the savory Chaffles, but I'm going to make this into ice cream sandwiches. And liquid allulose will not freeze hard. I'll also be using it in the filling. All right. use one little squirt of stevia. Now, the reason you see me using different sweeteners is so that it doesn't have that aftertaste like a lot of artificial sweeteners do. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Our Madagascar vanilla is back for the holidays. And it's so good. And this is our Korenji cinnamon. I always use a dash of it with chocolate because I like that Spanish chocolate taste. There, that's much easier. Look at the consistency. And I'm going to put a few chocolate chips, sugar-free, of course, chocolate chips in the batter. Probably less than a quarter cup. I'd say a little handful. Now, I've got this preheating, and I'm going to take a little bit of oil. And one thing I have found is our big scoop is perfect for the size chaffle I want to make. Can't quite get a whole one. Okay. So, while that is cooking, I'm going to share the whipped cream that goes in the center. Now I'm going to use a cup of whipped cream. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now the cream of tartar helps make this thicker. Add out of that. And where is my tablespoon? I'm going to do a tablespoon of allulose. Remember I told you allulose doesn't freeze all the way, which is going to be good. I'm going to do just a hint of vanilla. Just a little squirt of swerve. And a tablespoon that's a half tablespoon and a half of skinny syrup, and this is toasted marshmallows. Makes a good center to an ice cream sandwich. Now the chaffle takes about 2.5 minutes to cook. I can hold on to this better with a rag. Ooh, it's looking good. Do you have kids in your house? They usually love to do this, but when it gets hard like this, because I actually put cream of tartar in to make it stiffer. It might need some help. It's a good workout. I want you to see what it looks like. All right. That's how quick it is to make fresh whipping cream. Oh my gosh. That's so good. And the allulose will keep it from freezing hard like a brick. So we're just going to set that aside. And we're going to get the chaffles done. I'll come back in just a little bit and show you how it's done. Okay. The last chaffle is about to come out. Ooh, that was a hot chocolate chip on top of that one. So, here we are. Look at how pretty. This one just cooled. This one's cooled already. So we're going to let them sit here and cool for about 15 or 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and put the center in. Okay, so the first ones are pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is going to scoop and push down into the holes on the waffle. Remember, the other side's flat. This side has, the inside has the holes. And I'm just filling it with the whipped cream mixture. And let's do the top. Remember to push it down into those holes. What do you miss when you're doing keto, low carb, high protein? I do try to get as much protein in as possible. So when I'm doing these for just me, I usually am putting some of our pea protein powder, enrichables. Okay, so here's the first one. And that one's still a little bit warm. Let's start with this one that's totally cool. The reason we want to push it down into the side with the waffle is so that we don't have any air holes in there. Now I'm going to stick these in the freezer and I'll pull them out and show you what they look like. And I'm not going to waste that little half of one. I'll go ahead and make one. Let's see how that one tastes. Remember, I'm pampered. I'm not perfect. Okay, ice cream sandwich. I'll show you what they look like after I finish freezing them. So here are the finished ice cream sandwiches. They've been in the freezer for about an hour and they're nice and firm. And I will put them in vacuum sealed bags so that the air doesn't get to them and they can stay in the refrigerator, stay in the freezer for a couple of months. The vacuum sealed bags will take all the air out and so they won't get freezer burn. Freeze them beforehand because when it pulls the vacuum seal, I don't want to mash the ice cream sandwiches. So come back to see me soon Give someone your beautiful smile today. Warms your heart. Just couldn't make somebody else's day. Now, this was the first in the Chaffle series, and let me know what you think about it. The next one is going to be a chicken chaffle for a chicken cordon bleu breakfast sandwich. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It is. It's pretty wonderful. I make this a lot. So, chaffle number 2 will be a chicken chaffle. Come back and watch my YouTube videos and subscribe and like to my channel. If you like what I've done, please share it. You can share it on Facebook, or you can just send it messenger with a friend for a friend. The way we grow our YouTube channels is by you liking and sharing things. So come along with me and let me hear from you. Tell me where you're watching me from. Bye.